Today, I'll be talking about people's beliefs about me and experiences. So, me and my mom and sister started living in the shelter on April 11th, 2018. So, a few days after getting settled in the shelter, me and my mom started walking around Jamaica Avenue looking for jobs, and also around Hillside Avenue looking for jobs. So me and my mom wasn't making any progress. So we decided to go to the library. So I brought my laptop with me and I started applying for jobs like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, office jobs. I've applied for a lot of places. And I'm not really picky about what I do. I just want to have a job so I can actually get some money and leave the shelter. I don't want to live in a shelter because I lived in a shelter before. When I was attending Hillcrest High School in 12th grade, I was living in a shelter with my mom and sister, and that was years ago. But to come back and being put in the same situation is pretty much embarrassing for me, and also it irritates me. So when you live in a shelter, you have to have a case manager, and me and my mom and sister had a case manager who's Hispanic. Her name is Mrs. Sanchez. And when you walk into a shelter, there's going to be security guards. There's a sign in sheet and also a sign out sheet. So they have logs. Uh, they have logs to keep track of what you do at the exact time. There's a timestamp that shows the security guards and also the case managers what exact time do you leave. And I would actually leave around 11:30 a.m. to go to the library to apply for jobs or walk around to see if there's any jobs with my mom or sometimes without my mom. So it was around June, it was around May 2018 going on to June 2018. So me and my mom had an appointment for Mrs. Sanchez, right? This was becoming unusual. We would always have weekly appointments with Mrs. Sanchez because this is written for a case as a family. And I woke up so early to have an appointment, yeah, with the case manager. Especially my mom was with me. Me and my mom at the time was sitting in the front, sitting in the lobby, sitting down on a chair. So all of a sudden, this Hispanic family came by and they started standing. And then they went up to the security guard and said that they need to speak to Miss Sanchez because that's their case manager. So the security guard called Miss Sanchez and said that that there's a family waiting to see you. And my mom and I was like, "What?" Miss Sanchez said to the security guard that she's going to see this family first, the Hispanic family. And I'm just shaking my head and saying to myself, something's not right. Miss Sanchez never did this before. She would always keep up with her appointments with us. Something's not right. Why is it that this particular day, Miss Sanchez is having me and my mom out in a front lobby, the shelter's front lobby, just waiting there for over an hour for her? She never did this before. It was that when we would go downstairs, we would ask the security guard that we need to see Miss Sanchez, and we would go downstairs. But this wasn't the case for that day. So me and my mom just went to a library, and I applied for jobs. So a week later, during that time, I recorded myself on YouTube. I had a live stream on YouTube. I was talking with one of my subscribers because I see that they was joining my live stream, and I was talking about how the people at this current time, or you could say on that in 2018, this was during May May going into June 2018. I was saying that the people at the current time aren't capable of creating concepts that are accurate or you could say real. And the way they use their words are mismatched. And the way they behave is out of sync. And I'm the only one at that current time and at this current time who can create concept that exists. And I can actually prove to people that it exists. And this is one of the reasons why the artificial intelligence and NSA software engineers do not want me to have a job because no matter how many times I put in for jobs since I graduated high school during June 2012 at age 19 years old. No matter how many times I try or what state I go to, because when I was living in Florida, I was having the same problem when I was living in New York City, including a different borough. I was living in the Bronx. When I was living in Queens, I also had the same problem. No one gave me a job. No matter how many times I try it. And the people are extremely hard to talk to. It's extremely difficult. Getting a job is extremely difficult, and talking to them is hard. They give me an extremely hard time. And my mom, when I was living in Florida, my mom would criticize me. She would keep mentioning that I had some sort of autism, and the people that the mentally challenged, or you could say that, yeah, she would say the mentally challenged people can't get a job. How come you can't get a job? I don't know what's wrong with your brain. Something's wrong with your mind. I need to send you to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist to get you someone to talk to you when I'm actually putting in for jobs. So this is what I was talking about on this video. So my my subscriber had made a comment. She said to me that I'm the only species at this current time, or you could say in 2018, at that current time, who can actually create concepts, or is create concepts, and the rest of the species on this planet, they're not known, they aren't known to my concepts, and they're not capable of creating concepts or thinking on my level. And since I'm capable of thinking on this level and creating a mind for myself, or I'm pretty much capable of creating minds, that's difficult for myself, where I can actually concentrate on information where they can't. That I'm really onto something really big here with this existence, right? I can actually prove to people that this place is digital because I have evidence to prove it. No one can prove that right now at this exact time. Only me, right? I can always say to people that the phone shows people, the phone is electronic, right? Yet you can watch movies, right? And movie shows people, right? And it's digital, but no one's thinking when they watch people, or you could say movies or TV shows or live streams, they're not thinking of people and the technology. They don't have that mind that exists at that exact time. While I have that mind that exists, I can actually show you that this is electronic and it's showing people. There's a software that recognizes human being as software, or you could say there's a program inside the smartphone that recognizes human being as software. So the next following day, me and my mom went to the library, and also my sister. Me and my mom and sister went to the library, and I had to do some sort of assessment for Amazon because I said to my mom that I wanted to work for Amazon stocking, even though I'm not supposed to be doing it because of my left testicle. So I was trying to concentrate on the assessment. The assessment was for from at least 30 to 1 hour. That's the time. And I ended up getting distracted from finishing my assessment for Amazon. This complete stranger approached me and asked me for my library card number and my password. And he's showing me his iPhone X. He's putting it in front of my face. Here. I'm like, what is this? Why is this stranger showing me his iPhone X? And asking me for my library card number and my password. I'm like saying to myself, out of all the people who's sitting with me on this on this table, they're sitting with me, and there's a table filled with a whole bunch of people. Why is he not asking other people? Why does he need to ask me? There's a whole bunch of people. I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of people. Why is it that he picks on me at the busiest time of the day, and I'm trying to concentrate on completing my assessment for Amazon so I can get a job. You know, it's this job is located at a facility center in Long Island, and they're asking me to go to Roosevelt, right? Once I finish the assessment to see my results and how am I actually get, you know, how am I be qualified as an employee for Amazon. So I told the person he's like 19 to his early 20s, and at the time I was 25 years old. I said, "You see that front desk over there?" I'm pointing. You can go to the front desk and ask one of the librarians or the staff members for a library card. So I said, "Oh, phew! Now I can concentrate on my assessment." And I'm serious about getting a job because I've been trying to do this assessment for a couple of days. It's a lot. Uh, to me, I didn't get to finish because the environment is very noisy. It's not a good environment to sit down and concentrate on doing any assessment. And I don't have any internet on my phone to do the assessment on when I'm in the shelter. So the gentleman comes back and he said to me that he doesn't have some sort of address he doesn't have any address to actually give them and that he won't be able to get a library card. I'm like, what? And then he's asking me the same question as before. Can I can I can I use your library card number and can you tell me the password? You know, in order for you to access the internet, you need a library card number and a password, right? And you can change the user password once you pretty much log in. So why would I need to give him or you could say the stranger? Why would I need to give the stranger my my library card number and my password when I need it to apply for jobs? Is he trying to get me banned from the library? Because he can pretty much be doing anything illegal on with my library card. They would track it based on my library card number. The staff members. You know, this is foolish. His behavior is pretty much irrational. I don't need to tolerate this at this time. I had to get a job so I can move away from this damn shelter. I don't want to spend my time living in a shelter because I just came. Me and my mom and sister came back from Florida during was it during yeah. Me and my mom left Florida. I mean, and we came back to New York. Now, why would I need to subject myself to getting banned from from the shelter? I mean, not from the shelter, from the library. Sorry about that. Why would I need to give my library card to a complete stranger when I know when I know it's important for me to apply for jobs? So that doesn't make any sense. And he's forcing me. This guy is forcing me to give. He wants me to give him my library card number and my password, and I'm getting irritated. My mom and my sister are just looking at me and him. My mom is not defending me or saying anything to him, and the people at the desk is just all everybody just looking at me and him, arguing with one another. I'm arguing with this stranger. actually, this stranger is arguing with me. He's the one who started the argument. And then I told him that I have too many people using the library card number. I have my phone, my computer. My mom is using my library card. My sister. And then he says, "No, you need at least 5 devices in order to actually use it." I'm like, "What?" And then he said that my face looked like a liar. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" You know, I'm getting disturbed. My mind is getting disturbed by this stranger because I'm supposed to be doing an assignment. I mean, I'm supposed to do an assessment for Amazon. I didn't get to finish it. I was so close to finish it, and he distracted me, and I didn't have much time to actually be in the library because the library closes early. It's ridiculous. I was so angry because I no matter how many times I try finishing this assessment, I always get distracted. If it's not that, it's people talking. They're so talkative. I'm just so irritated. So me and my mom and sister went back to the shelter. My mom said she's tired, and I'm also tired because I spent my whole day trying to apply for jobs, and also finish this assessment. So the security guards knocked on the 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 the, the unit. So the unit that I live in was 6D. So the door. He was knocking on the door. Knock knock. Then my mom answered. My mom answered the door. The security guard said that the shelter director needs to see my mom. A few minutes later, the security guard knocked on the door again. He said that the shelter director needs to see me. I'm like, see me? Who the? What is? I don't even know what the hell the shelter director is. I'm confused. No one no one explained to me what shelter director is. When I came to the shelter, all I knew was that there's security guards and case manager. I don't even know what the heck shelter director is at all. So I went downstairs and I see that there's a new case manager that we have. His name is Albert Lewis, and I overheard that the shelter director, her name is Miss Passad, mentioning that we're not complying. I'm like, not complying. My mom my mom said that Miss Sanchez mentioned that we're not complying, but she's Miss Sanchez was the one who pretty much ignored us the day we need to see her for an appointment because she saw the Hispanic family first instead of us. We was ahead of the Hispanic family because we was the first clients to make the social I mean to make the security guards call the case manager and inform the case manager that we're there and we're waiting for her. So that's a lie. Miss Sanchez lied. Either she was overwhelmed or either she didn't want to deal with us, but she lied. So the shelter director. Oh,